At this time right here, I'd like to call up one of your own special guests. And Richard, come on up here and bring your shakers.
Get your chair.
Yeah, get right here on my right-hand side. You're my right-hand man. You're my right-handed man. He's my right-handed man. And another thing too is, Richard told me, he says, come up here right beside me. You got it? Okay, Richard said, I don't mind if you tell him how old I am. I said, well, okay, you want to. Because he's proud of it. And it's been a while back, been a little while ago. Richard said, you know, I like to learn how to play guitar. I said, well, you know, he's in his 80s, 85 now, and I think about 84. I said, well, that's good. So will you teach me how to play the guitar? I said, sure. So he had this old beat-up guitar, and I put some strings on it, so I got it tuned up. And he's actually learning how to play chords. Give him a big hand.
Hey, one thing.
Yeah.
My fingers are short, and I couldn't get the keys right. And I said, Dad, I'm having trouble getting this thing going. And then he got telling me about a guy playing a guitar with no arms and no legs and still playing the guitar.
Yeah.
And I got a big, this guy, disability. He said, Dad, this guy can play. I know, Dad, well, I can do something like that.
Yeah, I mentioned to Richard, you know, we was talking about, oh man, I tell you, my fingers, you know, I just can't seem to get it. He's learning chords. And also too, he's graduated. He's got him a new guitar. Let's give him a big round of applause. New guitar. Yes. And but anyway, I told him the story when he was talking about, you know, well, you know, people said, well, I'm too old and I'm handicapped and this and that and everything. I said, well, let me tell you a quick story. I said, when I first went to Nashville, I used to work in Nashville, and my children were born in Nashville, and they're grown now, of course. And one lives in California, one still lives in Tennessee. And before I got married, I went to this place they were playing, and I got me a drink, and I said, well, they had a band up there, and they had a pedal steel player, and I'm telling you, it sounded so good. He sounded so good. I said, as good as anybody on TV. I said, I got to go up and get me a closer seat and check him out. You know, maybe I can pick up a lick or two. And when I got up there, he only had one arm. I don't know if it was a war injury or whatever, but he was playing it still. He's got his slide, and he got a ring welded onto it, and he did everything with one hand. I said, Richard, you got two hands. And then I said I was over this one place there in Nashville. This is before I got married. I used to play a lot in Nashville. And I went in, same thing. I went in, I got me a drink and everything, cooled off a little bit. And the band was up there in the window like, and I said, oh, golly, that guitar player is good. I said, he is really good. I said, I got to get me a closer table and maybe I can pick up some of his licks and stuff. Got up there, he had no fingers. He had no fingers. It was just a little nub right here for a thumb. How he was playing, I don't know. He was just nubbing that thing and everything, but it sounded really good. So I said, Richard, you have no excuse. You have no excuse. You got all your fingers and toe. You got no excuse at all. But he wasn't looking for no excuses. But anyway, Richard, been a little while back, he wrote a song about his life when he was a teenager, and it's called Gates County 57 Chevy. And it's on YouTube, and we have almost 1,000 views right now. And if you want to look it up on YouTube, to add another number to it, we sure appreciate it. Tell a friend. You just say Gates County 57 Chevy, Austin Chapel. That's her grandson, Shirley's grandson, and put it on there. Put Austin Chapel. And you should pull it up. And because we want to try to get as many views as we can. We're getting close to 1,000. And Richard, he says, well, he told me a little story. He said, well, you can share this. I said, yeah. I said, you know, YouTube's all over the world. And what it is, we want everybody in the world to know there's a Gates County, North Carolina. How about, let's give a big hand to Gates County, North Carolina. Okay, so anyway, he wrote this song. I helped him a little bit write the song. He wrote this song. It's a story song. It's about Richard when he was a teenager. And we're going to play it for you now. And Richard's going to help me and everything. Right, Richard? And it goes something like this here. Gates County country roads in the summertime. My friends called me Fireball. I had the fastest car around. Roll those windows down. Play the radio. Rear speakers wide open. Playing my favorite song.
Hello, I'm Richard Jernigan. All right, let's get with it.
Oh, here we go. Richard grew up on a small farm in northeastern North Carolina. In 1955, he was 15. His sister was a senior in high school, and because of her outstanding grades, she graduated early to go to work at a local Chevrolet dealership. The 55 Chevrolet came out. She bought a 1955 Chevrolet. Next year she bought a 1956 Chevrolet. A year later she bought a 1957 Chevrolet. And so the story between a Chevrolet and a country boy goes on. He finished school in 1957. Gas was 24 cents a gallon. New cars around 2,800. Rock and roll hit songs were a whole lot of shaking going on. That'll be today. Young Love. TV Gunsmoke was a big hit. Elvis All Shook Up.
All right, all right.
He bought a 1952 Ford. The engine blew. He bought a 1957 Mercury. But he really wanted a 57 Chevrolet. And so the story of a 57 Chevy and a country boy goes on. He went to work, had a paid-for meal. Met this fellow with a 57 Chevrolet, 220 PPV, 4-3 speed. He was racing everything and blowing doors. Fords were easy. He wanted that car, but he loved it too. Later he got married and children. He made him an offer of $250 to swap for his Mercury. He said, no way. So he kept on working on him, and they made him another offer of $500. That was a lot of money back then for the same year and model. People thought I'd lost my mind. He said yes. I was the lucky one. My buddies had some fast cars, they thought, but they were easy. My 57 Chevy was faster. My friends nicknamed me Fireball after Fireball Rock. I ran everything around Gates County country roads in the those windows down. Play the radio, rear speakers wide open. Playing my favorite song, Gates County country roads. In the summertime, my friends called me Fireball. I had the fastest car around. Roll those windows down. Play the radio, rear speakers wide open. Playing my favorite song.
Not bad for a country boy, let me tell you. Thank God for the country. Thank God for Gates County and Reynoldson Baptist Church.
That was quite a story. Actually, he says that's a true story. That's a true story.